The next motion for tonight's debate is the motion that corporate boards should have quotas for female members. And arguing in favor of this motion is the Prime Minister, Dean.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Very quickly, corporate boards should have quotas for female members. Corporate boards are managing directors of corporations. Quotas are set ratios of females to overall members and would be beneficial to the corporation's well-being, financial and otherwise. And female members are not men. So, firstly, corporations traditionally have been composed of old boys club members, or bastions of captains of industry. And I would argue that this captain needs a Tenniel for a good team, ladies and gentlemen. In fact, several Tenniels. So, ladies and gentlemen, you see little stickers on the backs of vehicles that say baby on board. I argue there should be babes on board. Boards up. Yes, there we are. Women, I argue, have managed the home and home economics for centuries in the world, ladies and gentlemen. They have been prevented from corporate board membership for as much time as well, ladies and gentlemen. Now, the opposition will argue, well, that's tokenism. That's filling a placeholder when it's not warranted. Quotas are bad. Well, ladies and gentlemen, a board position that should be based on merit should be determined by the board and by the company itself. Women offer different perspectives and ways of seeing things, problems, and issues. Women are more likely to compromise than have an all-or-nothing perspective. So all can benefit, not just the strongest or the best or the whatever it might be, ladies and gentlemen. Quotas are a way to force open closed doors to those not normally considered. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Prime Minister. And arguing against the motion, the Leader of the Opposition, Adrian.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Ladies and gentlemen of the House, I'm sorry, I don't know who Captain and Tenniel are or is, so I really couldn't get that argument. But let's get on to the major points. The government is arguing that that quotas should be mandatory, basically, and the opposition disagrees. And it's interesting that the government mentioned the word, tokens. Because from a personal experience, I have often, from many jobs, sometimes I've often been slotted in as a token. So I can bring a little bit of a reference to that, and not obviously because I'm a woman, but because I'm an Afro-Canadian. Just in case the House wasn't clear on that point. But seriously, the opposition believes that this is inherently wrong. It presumes that women aren't skilled or talented enough, or have the, for lack of a better phrase, cojones or balls to get on corporate boards on their own merit. And we cannot legislate anti-chauvinistic behavior. You cannot legislate that sort of behavior. That sort of behavior has to come from within a person. It has to come from within the boards. It has to come from within the government, within the corporate entities. If women, as the government did say, do bring different perspectives, they do bring different skills, they do bring different analyses and approaches to certain problems. And having that diversity in terms of gender is a skill and an asset to a corporation. Now, corporations are in the business of making money. If they do not have this diversity, they do not have these skills, if they do not have the people on the board to provide these skill sets, they will be at a disadvantage compared to other corporations, compared to other entities. And because of that, they will either be motivated to get women on their boards because it is their advantage to them to do so, or they will fall further and further behind their competitors. There's no need to put in a quota system or to legislate or to put in a fixed rule as to how many women should be on the board. If the corporations decide to do it, then that's great, and they will benefit from it. If they decide not to do it, it will be detrimental to them. It'll be detrimental to their profits. It'll be detrimental to their reputation. It'll be detrimental to how they're seen in the business community and how they're seen in the public's eye. Because of that, the opposition does not believe that quotas should be in place. The government believes that businesses should be allowed to hire the people they want on their boards when they want to and let them die or live by their decisions. For all these reasons, the opposition begs to oppose.
Thank you, Adrian. And for closing remarks, we have Mr. Prime Minister for 1 minute.
Mr. Speaker, genetically, nature will take care of itself and change over time. But if you want something to happen, you can genetically modify, not in the nasty frankincense way, but to get the quality Frankenstein sense way. To get the qualities that are best for what you desire. Ladies and gentlemen, setting quotas on boards for women will do that, and it will do it more quickly than letting the board decide for itself until it goes out of business, where nobody benefits, including the women who may have been on that board, as well as the corporation itself. You cannot legislate anti-chauvinistic behavior, but by shaming people through quotas, at least you can encourage it more strongly. And I am surprised that the bearded lady here argues that she is a token, and I would suggest, in fact, that ladies and gentlemen, you should support the motion.
Thank you, Mr. Prime Minister. Now for the poll, show of hands, those who are voting in favor of the government, and those who are voting in favor of the opposition. The vote is 11 to 10 in favor of the government. The motion is carried. Thank you.
There's more male voters.